For Chapter 5, you're going to have a choice between making a tutorial or completing the workbooks. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to locate where Chapter 5 is on Schoology. You're going to go into the folder that says Intro to Photoshop. You're going to scroll down. Then you're going to go to Photoshop Tools. And this is where you're going to make your choice. So you have a choice to create your own Photoshop lesson using 6 Photoshop tools and creating a tutorial on Screencastify to show your peers how to create an artwork in Photoshop. Or you can complete chapters 5.1 through 5.4. So you don't have to complete both of these, but you do have to pick one or the other. If you choose to do the Photoshop tutorial lesson, that's going to be right in here. So if you click on this, the first thing that's on here is your timeline, when you should be completing things, and you need to follow along which day we're on. There's also an example on here as well as the rubric. And then if you click on this, this will bring you to the assignment as well as the video. If you choose to do the workbooks, then you're going to go ahead and you're going to click on chapters 5.1, 5.2. You're going to click on this folder here, and you're going to start in the first folder. And you're going to notice that it's set up the same exact way as the other ones. So you're going to click on the assignment and you're going to complete those lessons as you go through. So you'll see the game board. When you're on the game board, remember the green you have to complete, and the yellow are the choice-based ones. So on this one, on 5.1, you only need to complete 4 of these. And if you click on present, then you can click on these and it'll take you right to that slide. And if you click back on game board, it will take you back up here. And don't forget to check off the ones as you complete them. And the last thing that you're going to do in here is the cartoon character in real life. Now, if you choose to do the timeline for creating your Photoshop lesson, so if you choose to do a Photoshop lesson, then this is what you're going to do. So on day 1, you're going to create a lesson plan that includes 6 Photoshop tools from the toolbox. I'm going to show you what that looks like in just a second here. And then the lesson should be a project-based lesson that shows students how to create an artwork in Photoshop. And you're going to complete the lesson plan on the assignment on Schoology. So when you click on the assignment on Schoology, it's going to bring you right here so that you can see where the Photoshop lesson is. You can choose from these tools. If you want to use other tools, you absolutely can, but you need to have at least 6 tools in here that you're using. Now, if you need a refresher, so if you don't remember how to use the magic wand, if you click on this, it'll open up a YouTube video that will show you how to use the magic wand in Photoshop. So I'm not leaving you completely lost here. There are some refreshers in here if you need those. So when you get to the lesson plan, the teacher, you're going to type your name here. So anything in blue is what you're going to be typing out. So just type your name in here. The learning outcomes, what will students learn from your lesson? Which tools are you going to review? And what artwork will students make after watching your video? So you're going to answer those questions over here, and you're going to type them up. Why should students care? So describe why should students care or watch your video. And how will I connect the lesson to students' previous experiences? So how are you going to hook your audience when you're making your lesson plan? Then on this next page here on page 4, what you're going to do is you're going to type out your script. So how will you introduce the lesson? How can you use this when you record your, or I'm sorry, you can use this when you record your lesson. And how will students practice deep structure? So what activities will you ask students to do when watching your tutorial video? So here, this is where you're just outlining step by step, like showing student how to use the magic wand tool, showing the different functions of the magic wand tool, things like that. So you're just outlining here like how you're using those tools in Photoshop. And then the closing, which should be about 1 to 2 minutes, this is where you're going to review the key points that you want students to learn. Again, you can type this out here and you can use that as a script for when you're recording. So after you complete your video, what did you learn while making this video and what would you do differently? And you're going to type that in here. On this next page, what you're going to do with that video is you're going to, I'm sorry, let me go back to the days here. So then on day 2, what you're going to do is you're going to record your lesson using Screencastify. Then you need to publish your video on YouTube or Google Drive. Make sure that you change the sharing settings. All right. So if you're uploading a video on YouTube, you want to make sure that you sign in using your Google account. Then you're going to say upload video. Then this is going to pop up and you're going to say select file. You're going to choose your video. It should be in your downloads and you're going to say open. And when you go to post it, let me move my screen down here. You're going to say next. And for the visibility, you can say unlisted, but you're going to have to give me the link for it. All right, so that's how you're going to post it on YouTube. So let me go back here. Then you're going to post it on Padlet. And if you click on this link, it's a live link. So Padlet is right here. Remember, if you click on the pink plus sign in the lower right corner, make sure that you're logged in here. You're going to give it a title. You're going to explain what your video is, and then you're going to add the link here. Then you're going to ask a peer to watch your video and complete the tutorial. So ask for constructive feedback. They're actually going to follow your tutorial, and what they're going to do is they're going to create something in Photoshop. You can re-record your lessons if needed. And then on the last day, what you're going to do is you're going to ask a peer to watch your video and complete the tutorial if you've re-recorded it. And you're going to complete the assignment on Schoology and click Submit Assignment. You're going to watch another student's tutorial and complete the tutorial in Photoshop. All right, so when you click on here, this is where you're going to insert the video link on here. You're going to take a screenshot. Or I'm sorry, you're going to insert the video on here as well. So if you go up here, you can go to Insert, Video, and you can actually find your video from YouTube and you can insert it this way. You're going to take a screenshot. Remember, it's Command-Shift-4 to take a screenshot. And you're just going to put a screenshot in here showing me that you posted on Padlet. Then what you're going to do is you're going to try out another student's tutorial and you're going to post your creation and constructive feedback on Padlet. And again, you're going to take a screenshot of that and you're going to post that right on here. Make sure that you click Submit Assignment on Schoology. So you'll see Assignment and then you'll see My Document over here. So make sure that you click Submit Assignment on Schoology in order to get credit for it. And that's how you're going to create the Photoshop tutorial lesson. And again, if you are doing the game board, then you're just going to go ahead and follow along with just like we've been doing in all of the other chapters. Pay close attention to the timeline because this is really important. And you still do have to you still have to complete the Ed puzzle as well, because that is a graded assignment. So no matter which path that you choose, whether it's the tutorial or the workbooks, you're still completing that Ed puzzle either way. All right, and both will take us 4 days.